Some final touch-ups for age group nationals. All done?
All done.
Another one in the books?
Another one. That's not right.
White lightning. It's good stuff. Rubs right off. It's pretty good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Pedro's, plant-based, solvent-free. Not bad. Love you. All right, so we are through. Security was 3 hours for Kaylee. It's 3 minutes for me. Moving along nicely here in the Atlanta airport. Headed to age group nationals. This is what I get for trying to eat healthy like Lionel Sanders. We got a fuzzy cucumber in here. I wouldn't eat that. That doesn't look good. It's growing a little fuzz on the sides. That's why you stick with carbs, baby. And this is how to cool down an Airbnb faster when it's 84. Made it to Milwaukee, checked into the Airbnb. Time to get a little shakeout run in. Let's get started. It's honestly beautiful here and one of the best race venues, one of my favorite spots that I raced last year, and I'm so excited to do it again this year. Alright, we got the bike assembled, minus the pedals, but we'll get to that. Smells like nostalgia. It's healthy enough for Christian Blumenfeld, it's healthy enough for me. That's what I'm telling myself. 2 forks. RE Cloud too. I think it's a lot of Chipotle. I think it's a brick. Peaceful morning. Craziness hasn't started yet. Time to get registered, check in for the open water swim. Have that in an hour and a half. Okay, we are all checked in. There's 3 events you can do in Milwaukee Age Group Nationals. You have the open water swim on Friday. That really dusts off the rust. And then you have the Olympic distance, non-draft, for Saturday. That's the main event I train for. And then you have the sprint distance Sunday, which is just a good fun.
Coming up in about 5 minutes. So here's the 920. Have fun. Well, we hope you guys do. It's going to be a junior day, right?
750 meter course that's set out today. If you want to swim this multiple times, you can. And you cannot swim reverse. You can't start heading back towards us.
Slam and Sammy Long just had baby Leo on Tuesday, and Levi with Lionel and Aaron, and there's something in the water there.
It's time for some feet up recovery before my Olympic distance race tomorrow, watching the men's PTO race. Whew. Olympic race day.
It's
packed.
To meet a first timer.
Absolutely packed. The wave start's going to be crazy. Look at all those bikes. Good morning. Not too hot. People helping each other out.
Really appreciate it. All the first timers who are racing today.
All right, so quick race recap while it's fresh. Swim was just a battle. Swam about the same time as last year. I was fighting the whole way. Got out, winded, cramped legs, got on the bike best I could. Tried to ramp up the power to my target numbers and just couldn't lock it in. Legs were just cramping up, so I just stayed aero and really pushed with people when I could. Kept racing and just fought. And then when I got off the bike, my legs were cramping in the first mile, but Daily Travis was out cheering for me, so I ran to catch up with him and just kept pushing, and definitely had one of my better runs on cramped legs, so I went sub 40 on the run to finish up a pretty disappointing day. But yeah, that's the race recap. Wish it was better news, but we have our good days and we have our bad days, and we just keep pushing until it clicks. Don't do recaps on scooters, people. So, sprint race recap while it's fresh. Third race in 3 days, if you count the open water swim race on Friday. Still in my tri-suit, just got in. While it's top of mind, because this is finally a medal that I feel like wearing. I'm happy with the result. Everybody gets a medal, but I feel like I earned this one a little bit more. So getting out, they combined the 20 to 24 and 25 to 29 age group in the race. There were almost 150 of us on the dock in a wave start. So that means you start all at once. And I must have gotten punched in the back of the head like 20 times getting out, because everybody was just fighting for position. They were scrappy. And my focus was just to stay calm during the swim, stay long in my stroke versus really sweating it. I knew I didn't have the takeout speed to get through the trash. So it was really just staying straight and staying calm and picking up the speed when I could in such a group swim. It was the fastest swim of my weekend. I shaved off almost a minute from the open water swim, and my pace was also better than the 1500 too. So I'm finding some form in the open water. Getting out in transition, I knew exactly where my bike was today. I had a really smooth transition, got out quickly on the bike. My pedals were strapped in. No, my shoes were strapped into the pedals. So I was ready to go right out of transition. It was super windy today. I could tell a lot of people were riding timid. My goal was just to get that power above 250 watts for the whole bike and just really battle and then push hard on the uphills. I was pretty gassed going into the bike and on sore legs, so I was really in the 230s to 240s. I was spiking it over 250, but wasn't really sustaining. As the ride went on some of the climbs, I would hit the lap button on my power meter and just push. So, for a few laps, I was able to push over. My phone filled up on storage. Continuity error. Anyways, I was really pushing up the hills to 280 watts for some of the laps, and just got stronger as I went and just focused on quick transitions since it was a sprint distance versus an Olympic. No socks today on the run, so just Vaporflies on, got right out, got right up to speed into a stiff headwind in the first mile, but really pushed it and just focused on picking people off one by one, and really got into a quick foot race in the finish. I was probably in the 540s per mile, and my watch had me at like 447 per mile in that last 200 meter sprint, just keeping people off my heels. So people were really battling for every position. overall, just a race that I was relieved to have, just to see some glimmers of the training that I know I'm capable of coming through, even though I was on sore legs and a bit defeated. I had Taylor Knibb saying "believe" in the back of my head when she was interviewed. Jan Frodeno was just screaming "believe" to her. And I was just believing in myself and just really working on mindset the whole race. And coupled with Jason West, never give up, no matter what. Third day out racing, I came this far. I had 2 rough days and just kept fighting with that Jason West mentality. So it was really inspiring to have the PCO race and the pros out here, just some of their mindset to rub off in the atmosphere and the environment racing on the same course. So that was the sprint recap. So here's a good bike disassembly tip. When you're forcing that pedal, make sure not to apply pressure to the cog, otherwise this happens. I'm okay, just a surface slice, but good to know. Use the pedal away from that cog.
Welcome aboard the plane train. Please hold on. This train is departing.